Hi guys, welcome back. So, couldn't cover everything in the last video, so here we go again. Because we have got more questions. Thoughts about starting new position on TAL and the year ahead of them. Now, it was 3 weeks ago when it reached 4. I said that the share price should have bottomed already, but regardlessly, I don't think a reversal or V-shaped recovery anytime soon, because it will still take time for the company to figure out their business model, the big revolution of the industry, and also a lot of institutions or retail investors still waiting for any rebound to cut loss, so might not be a quick recovery. If we can have live events someday, sure, but I don't know what time, because every time I have a live, some people at certain time zone would miss it. Is TTCF pick up now because it is falling after the earning, like many of the small caps today? It's not the only one. Also Wish falling 20%, near 30% at the open, and also SoFi, ticker symbol SOFI, falling back to the lower range of the consolidation. At least there is a support there. So when you see these earning results and the response, you don't feel quite bad for NEO, right? For TTCF, the company should be growing, but regardlessly, they still have a high valuation compared to their industry. And business model wise, I think it's the right direction for them to turn from an OEM to building their own brand. So OEM is manufacturing for other brands, and they're building their own brand, Tattoo Chef, because they've got the resources for manufacturing, they've got the quality. So by making their own brand, they have higher margin. But the thing is, I have a lot of clients that does this transformation from OEM to making their own brands, but the science and logic or the team ability would be very different from OEM. One's focus is on operation, the other focus is on marketing, to build brand awareness, to build consumer loyalty, recognition, and engagement. So it's very different. So from my experience, I would say that the chance to succeed would be 50-50. I had Tattoo Chef before. I bought it in November last year, and then I sold in February because I was worried they could not overcome the obstacle, or at least I would think it's better to watch a few earnings to see the result. For now, the share price is back to the consolidation range before, like from 15 to 17, this area. So if you want to grab the dip, you can set a stop loss below the range in case it makes lower low. Fear of institutions permanent lowering the valuation of all Chinese companies. That is a possibility because of the long-term regulation. Even if the regulations don't impact the EV sector, it doesn't mean valuations are permanently damaged going forward despite good growth and profitability achievements. I think regulation is good and bad, good for some sector and bad for some sector. So EV would be on the good side, and EV and new energy is still growing strong, still no-brainer for investment right now, especially the Chinese sector, because I strongly believe the EV industry and the solar industry would be the most advanced in China. China would be leading the whole world in this field. So if you want to catch the future giant at early stage, I wouldn't worry about the regulation right now or the market sentiments towards them, because I think their earning would prove a lot of analysts wrong in the future. Support and resistance for TTD. It just broke the support at 82.8, and now it should be supported by the 20 MA, which is at 81.3. But for now, it doesn't look like it's holding though. So the next one is the 30 MA, which is 79. And the gap up, see this gap from 75 to 77 would be the support, because it's quite a big gap. And if this gap, 77, doesn't hold, it would likely reach lower to 69. Next question, BIDU looks like a good dip. Is it going to continue falling? Now, unlike Baba and Tencent, BIDU is actually making a new low. So definitely not a pretty scene. But again, the intrinsic value is there to support it. The PE ratio is as low as 7 already, so how much more do we expect to drop? I think maximum 10% more. Because 150 did seem like a solid base there, should be able to hold, but if it doesn't, 10% would be maximum. If it dips back to 130, that would be my buy-in price last year before the run-up. So that would mean I basically had to ride a roller coaster. and back to square one. But I will be adding more if it goes back to my first buying cost. But I did take profit in early February at the 300 something level. So right now I'm just letting the profit run with a very small position, and I'm ready to at any time if it does get to that level. View about skills. Is it still worth to hold? Now, 1 week ago, I was asked about the skill as well, and my answer was no sign of bottom. Might be good dip if it drops to 10.5. At that time, it was around 12.5, and I think it could make lower low, and now it just did at 11.3. Not far away from my target. To be very honest, after I answered that question, I have made an automatic order, a limit buy at 10.5 to see if I can catch a quick rebound, because I sold all my position back then around 23, had a few days of nice rebound in June, and I suggested to sell skills in the Discord, and I saw that some of you had sold at that time. So at least we have avoided the 50% crash. Share my thoughts on this video. It's a 1 hour long video and I did watch everything. I share a lot of the views on the whole mega trend. And also in the past I have shared similar analysis on the regulation and certain sectors like education, the chip sector, the gaming sector, and the agriculture, etc. So yes, I do share many of the views there. Thoughts on Candy technology, ticker symbol KNDI. It's a super low end for EV. That is the target, the positioning of the company. But I think there is no one that can beat down BYD in terms of price competition unless they lose money. So that's why if I want to invest in the low end or mid end section for EV, I would strongly suggest BYD instead. And for premium, it would be NIO. And for the software, it's Xiaopeng XPEV. So I don't see a positioning for Candy. Maybe I just don't see it myself. I've also got quite some questions asking about WIMI. Well, the share price of WIMI kept dropping just like a lot of the other medium to small caps. And for Chinese companies to drop like this, it's easy to imagine this company might be a scam or not a real company with real products. But I think that would be out of the possibility knowing that they have a partnership with Toyota, and also they just got investment from Weibo, which is backed by Alibaba. So it might be a way for Alibaba to invest in AR indirectly because they own a large chunk of Weibo at the cost of more than $8 per share. And a few months ago, they raised more fund by additional share at 7.5. So together with just 2 share offering, 2 big investment, they have raised more than $170 million of cash, and right now the market cap is 355. So half of what they have is the fund they raised with just 2 investments in the past 1 year. And it was a few months ago the company was making profit already. So positive cash flow if not to invest more into R&D and share incentive. In the industry, they do own the most patent in this field in China. So I assume their level of innovation should be comparable to the US companies in the same sector. And they are worth much less, of course, maybe 40 to 50% compared to Wuxi. So the market cap is 177 million, so more than twice of WIMI, which also had been falling a lot, by the way. This one is heavily backed by ARK. They have been buying a lot almost every day. So you can see WIMI is not the only one dropping. Also, maybe a lot of people had missed this news. Back in June, it was that WIMI's subsidiary, VE Algorithm, has planned to merge with this VNS acquisition. So going public through SPAC. And this would give the valuation of VE 400 million, which is already higher than the total market cap of the parent company. So this is how low valuation WIMI has gotten to be. So I would think this price for WIMI is not sustainable. Now that's it for today. I hope I have got most questions covered or your concern. And if not, leave me more questions or comments. And if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a big like and write me a great comment, and I'll see you in my next video. That's it, guys. Hope you can find my videos helpful. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and give me a big like. Thank you.